Hello, grade 4 students. Mr. Waterman here with today's mathematics lesson in period 5 on Wednesday, August 25th, 2021. I hope everyone had a fantastic summer vacation. I can't wait to see you all very soon and to hear about it. Unfortunately, we are online right now. I know it's not ideal. I know you wish you were at school. I wish you were here too. It's much easier seeing you and teaching you, and it's a lot more fun when we're all together in person, and I know that you want to see your friends too. Hopefully, the situation gets better in the next couple of weeks, and hopefully we will all be able to come to school together. But for now, we're online. Okay, now if you don't have your notebooks, that's okay. You can take notes on another piece of paper and then you can glue it into your notebook when we come back to school. So for now, I'm going to open up to the table of contents. We haven't worked in our notebooks in a long time, all summer long. And we are going to be working on page 11 today. And the topic is going to be rotations. These are all big words. Reflections. And translations. And this is all on page 11. I'm going to go to page 11. And I'm going to write my title again. All the way at the top. Rotations. Reflections. And translations. Okay? So now, the first thing that we always do is we write our objective. This is what we're going to learn about. So our objective is learn about rotations, reflections, and translations. Okay, there we go. So, I'm going to teach you 3 terms. It's going to be very easy. The first term we're going to learn is called a reflection. When we reflect a shape, we draw it facing the opposite way. Okay? It's like a mirror image. Okay? So for example, if I draw, I'm going to draw a triangle. Okay? And if I draw the mirror image of this triangle, that's the reflection. Okay? The mirror image. Now, then we have translation. When we translate a shape, we move it. Okay? So let's take, for example, I have this square here. When we translate it, we just move it. Okay? You can move it to the right, you can move it to the left, you can move it up, you can move it down. Okay? The last one, and I know you've already learned about this in Korean math. The last one is a rotation. When we rotate a shape, we draw the shape after it has been turned clockwise. Okay? So let's take, for example, I'm going to draw this arrow. And forgive me if my drawings are not all that beautiful. So we draw this arrow, okay? Now, when we turn it clockwise, we turn it this way, okay? So I'm going to draw that. That's called clockwise, okay? But now, here's the shape of the arrow again, okay? I'm going to draw that arrow again, just like last time. Drawing it, drawing it, drawing it. Okay? So that's how I've turned the arrow clockwise, okay? You can go in the other direction too. When you do that, when you go the other way, we call that counter clockwise. Okay? And there you have it. A reflection, a translation, and a rotation. Okay, so let's review. Reflection. When we reflect a shape, we draw it facing the opposite way, like a mirror image. This triangle's a little bit bigger, I know that. Translation. When we translate a shape, we move it. And you can move it up, down, left, right. Rotation. When we rotate a shape, we draw the shape after it has been turned clockwise. Clockwise, and you can rotate it the other way. Counterclockwise. Okay? Now, in your homework books, so remember, this is your homework book, the red book. If it's at school, don't worry. The PDF is next to the video. Okay? We've gone through all of these. Today we are looking at rotations, reflections, and translations. Okay? And the homework is going to be on page 106, which is here. Please listen as I read the directions. Tell how each figure was moved. Write rotation, reflection, or translation. Let's look at the example here. The figure was flipped over a line. This shows a reflection. Get numbers 1 and 2. What do you see? Well, we have reflection already. So your choices, I think, are going to be rotation or translation for numbers 1 and 2. Number 3, it says trace the figure at the right and cut it out. Use the tracing for problem 3. It says Lucy rotated this figure 90 degrees to the left. What does the figure look like now? Draw a picture to show your answer. Okay, so the first thing you'll want to do is you'll want to trace it. Now you won't be able to see here, but here I am tracing it. Tracing, tracing, tracing. Tracing, tracing, tracing. And now I'm going to cut it out. Now be sure when you're cutting it out, you're doing it very carefully. Just cut along where you've traced. Okay. I'm going to take my time here, cutting it out. There's that. Almost finished. There's that. And finally here. Okay. So I trace it and I cut it out. And if Lucy rotates this figure 90 degrees to the left, what does it look like now? Here's a hint. Now, I've just rotated it 90 degrees to the left. Draw a picture to show your answer. So your drawing should look like that. Okay? Then finally, for number 4, it says, suppose that the uppercase letter T was flipped over a vertical line and then rotated 180 degrees to the right. What would it look like? Draw a picture of the letter. So this is a vertical line, just like that. So to help you, you can just draw that as the line. Okay? Then this is the uppercase T. Okay? Now you need to flip it over this line. Okay? And then rotate it 180 degrees to the right. What's it going to look like? Draw your picture. Okay, very easy homework. And that's it for today, students. You have your notes, you have your homework. If you have any questions, please email Mr. Waterman or send me a message, okay, if you need anything, okay? Take care, stay safe, be well, and I will see you in the next math class next week. Bye-bye for now.